wow.
That was a quick intro, wasn't it?
Just jumped right into it.
I
Yeah,
need to
it was
fix
a commercial
those.
break or something.
Yeah. How's
Holy
everybody doing?
mackerel. Good. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to the WrestleManiacs.
Yeah, I'm actually. I just put in the Royal Rumble '91 tape to try to, even things out from today's show. I'll just say that. Yeah. But how's everybody doing, man? It's been a while. I don't think we did Survivor Series, right?
No.
Okay. So it's been a little bit since summer. So
Yeah, I'm putting on a little 1991 Survivor Series right now in the back. I was hoping to have Jack Tunney like yelling the whole time saying it was devenomized by the lap, but we'll see. He comes back. He would not be happy with the show tonight, I don't think.
Have you guys ever watched that YouTube channel? I think it's called Wrestling Bios, and he does a whole series on reliving the war between Raw and Monday Nitro. I just got into that here like in the past weeks watching those, and that guy, I think like he has like a whole playlist created for all of those because he did like pay-per-views and everything, and it's like I think it's like over 400 different videos on that playlist. I was like, holy shit, what have I got myself into?
Yeah, what's that other one that I love? They don't do as much anymore. I think they kept getting hit by WWE stuff, but they were like from England or whatever. Oh man, what the hell are they called?
I know what you're talking about.
They used to do the what bar thing, which was hilarious, where they would like every time a guy came out like Savage with like different color outfits, they say, okay, what candy is he? And they would like tell you what kind of like candy wrapper he looked like that day or whatever.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Dude, I love that. That's the OSW. OSW is like
yeah. That's
they do like all the Hulkamania era. It's so fun to watch because they like it's like an hour long, but they go through the pay-per-view and it's like they just take out like the good parts and stuff. It's like and talk about it. It's freaking awesome. Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, I love those guys. There's another one that's out now. It's new. It's kind of similar to them, but it's pretty good too.
So, Royal Rumble Saudi was earlier today. And Royal Rumble typically is one of my most anticipated shows of the entire year. Were you guys anticipating it just as much this year as usual? I know pretty much everybody loves the Rumble.
Had it been anywhere else, these Saudi shows, they all have that same, I don't even know what to call it. It just
stank.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think we were talking about that earlier today. How just these, I've never looked forward to any of these Saudi shows in the past. I haven't really enjoyed many of them either. And just every time they go over there, I just kind of groan to myself. I'm like, oh God. And, I didn't hate today's event. I really actually liked the AJ and Gunther match. And the women's Rumble was somewhat decent, but like, it's like you were saying, it kind of takes that excitement out of things. Like, this is my favorite time of year most of the time when it comes to wrestling, because the Rumble is my favorite event, and it just kind of like gets everybody kind of amped up, ready for WrestleMania season. And I just didn't get any of that kind of feeling in today's event, and I don't really get any of that kind of feeling with any of the events over in Saudi Arabia. I mean, it's nothing against them or anything. It's just like when it comes to wrestling, they're one of the most important things is that crowd reaction and the crowd participation, and the people that's watching, on TV at home, that really kind of involves them too, and it just makes things more exciting and more, kind of well-rounded for that event. But in this case, I just, how things went down today, I don't have a good feeling for WrestleMania next year.
Yeah, well, I ended up watching it late, and that's kind of why we're doing this now. It was kind of my fault, I think, but
it wouldn't
I couldn't
have
get to it.
I wouldn't have been any more hyped
I couldn't
up.
get to it earlier, but here's the problem. I had somebody come over, and we were watching it and stuff, and dude, you can't, like with ESPN or whatever, you can't start over. So like it gives you the option to start over, but then it says like I can only start you from here. Like it wouldn't let me go any further down. So when I put it on, it was the end of the women's rumble. So I didn't see anything before that. Like I saw the last 10 minutes of the women's rumble, not even, maybe like 5. Like when I put it on, Rhea was getting thrown out. And like that's where I started the whole event. So as far as what happened before that, I have zero idea. Like I have no clue.
Well, you missed the biggest pop of the night. We'll talk
which is
about
the big
that
pain
too.
in the ass that they did it that way. Like in the sense that why wouldn't they let me start the whole thing from the beginning?
I don't know.
That's weird.
I tried everything. Even put start over, and it says, and a thing came on the screen. It says can only start you here for some reason.
Thank God for VPN. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
But so that was already, I was already kind of annoyed at that. But I'm gonna say, dude, I thought tonight was fucking terrible. Like god awful. Like it doesn't make me excited for not next year's Mania, this year's Mania. There's so many questions about what they decided to do tonight. And number one, you could tell this was going to be a dog shit is because it's almost like they forgot the Rumble was this weekend. And then like within like 2 weeks ago, they're like, oh shit, we better like hype something. Like nobody even like qualified for the Rumble and said, hey, I'm in until like 2 weeks ago or like last week or something. Like that they didn't give a shit, dude. And you could tell this Rumble to me felt like fucking like, and I actually like this one now, but it felt like 97 with like all these AAA guys. Like half the guys in this had fucking Mexican masks on.
You didn't
And I'm
like
like,
Mr.
none of these
Iguana
guys are going
showing
to
up?
win this
I
thing.
thought
Like,
he was your favorite.
It was stupid. Like fucking, oh, who is it? Like Dragon Lee? I'm like, this fucking guy
But
out of here. Like
Anorexically
where's
Marco was there.
Balor, dude? Didn't Balor just like end Raw like last week? Where's he? But we
That's
get
what-
like friggin' Mil Mascaras, his brother.
Did
Like,
you-
stupid.
Did you hear the story that Aleister Black was over there? And for
What?
some reason, they did not put him in the Rumble.
Who?
Aleister
Aleister
Black.
Black.
And
Yeah, like what the hell?
remember
And we got
is-
freaking Iguana, dude.
Exactly.
What?
well, they
That's
actually,
your favorite wrestler.
yeah,
Dude,
gotta
that was
include
when I
him.
saw him come out. I'm like, here we go with this stupid shit.
La
Sure
Parka
enough.
on Ozempic, yeah. he
Oh
was
yeah,
there.
Bob Parker. It's like some fucking skinny guy. Like, what the hell is going on here?
Dude, it's like
He's in like
CK
a Cobra
said, though.
Kai suit or whatever. I think I have that.
Aleister Black was there. He was over, in Saudi Arabia with the rest of the roster, and other guys like all of the White Six were there, and just I'd say pretty much almost everyone was there. And even R-Truth. Like, why didn't they put R-Truth in there somewhere?
Because
Like
we needed to have 2 Mr. Americas, one with a fucking beard for some reason, which was
Mr.
stupid. Why did Americano? Why is Gable got a beard? Like, don't you just think for this, it's like, hey, just try to look the same, like a little bit. Like now he's got like a full beard under that mask. That was stupid enough. I would have rather had Latin Lover in there, to be honest with you, than some of
Super
these guys
Porky.
that we got here. Like even Rusev, dude. When he calked out, I go, he's fucking dead in the water, dude. Like get him out of here. Go back to AEW with friggin' Andrade.
I said that when they
He's
signed
stuck,
him.
dude. He's never gonna be anything anymore. He looks like
Nope.
ass. It's
I agree.
I don't know. I would have rather had Aleister Black. I would have rather had like Balor, nowhere to be
Me too.
found.
Yeah.
And another one who's dead in the water, Damian Priest is fucking
Oh, God.
dead in the water, dude. Like
Oh god,
there was was there anybody from
Oh,
Judgment Day
sure
in this
was.
Rumble tonight? Like not one of them was there.
No.
Dominic's-
the other guys are
I think
injured.
he's injured, yeah.
Yeah, JD and
well,
Dominic.
JD and Dom are both injured. Yeah.
Hey, who do you got first prize? Oh, La Parca.
So I have to say this, like, if I had watched this by myself, I probably would have had, a worse time than what I did. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I didn't hate it, but like I have to say, I watched this today with my 7-year-old nephew, and it's entertaining as hell, to see kids like react the way they do to these wrestling events, and I mean, I had a fun time watching it with him and everything, but like just so many dumb things. I mean, he loved it. He loved the whole thing. He's like, thought it was one of the greatest things ever. And apparently on the post show, Triple H thought so too. He says it's one of the best Rumbles he's ever seen.
What? I didn't get that far, but I mean,
But
Jesus.
but I'm like, well, you have the men. You're like on the same side as my 7-year-old nephew, so whatever. Like, but yeah, I mean, I did not like the women's Rumble from the get-go. I mean, the second half of it was pretty good. I mean, and I'm just happy because I predicted everything correctly today.
The bullshit that they did with Charlotte and Alexa in the opening moments of that Rumble, I'm like, God damn it. Have they ever done anything like that before? Like,
no.
we're friends.
Yeah.
Let's just wait around for the third person.
That was
Oh,
some
is that what they should have
cringy
Who was
ass
was there any surprises in the women's?
Tiffany
Brie.
Stratton.
Brie was like
Brie Bella
Brie
got the
Bella was
loudest.
there?
crazy.
She got the loudest pop of the whole
Yeah.
night.
No way.
yeah,
She did.
Yes.
That's wild. So no Paige then.
no Paige.
No.
What the hell? No Jericho, no Paige. What the hell?
Yeah,
is
I
going
was
on?
expecting that too. Like that was one of my predictions because I did
Brie
that.
Bella was probably the
prediction
biggest
show
surprise, I guess, right? Of the whole
Yeah.
thing.
yesterday.
Wow. You could tell the people thought it was Jericho at the end. Everybody had their phones out. As soon as Gunther's music hit, everybody like put their phones down. They're like, God damn it.
Well, that's what I was saying too. Like, because every time like someone was getting ready to come out, I would ask my nephew, I'd be like, "Who do you think's coming out next?" And then like it got down to like number 30, and I completely forgot that Gunther was going to be part of the Rumble, and I was like, "I think it's going to be Chris Jericho." And he's like, "No, it's going to be Gunther." I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right."
Yeah. I don't know. I'm almost wondering if some of those guys were just like the AAA guys were supposed to be somebody else at some point. They were just there, right?
But why did they just use the other guys that were in the back?
Well, maybe something came up. I don't know.
Something came
That
up.
they said that Aleister Black's tattoos or something like that are considered offensive.
They would have bothered. They would
Yeah.
have bothered the Saudis.
It's like they're religious based or something like that. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Um,
I don't know, man. It was just I don't know. I just thought it was boring as hell. And every time the next guy came out, I'm like, okay, he's not even going to be close winning. He's not winning.
Well, Crater, you mentioned some of those other guys like the Wyatt Six. Did you guys see the dark match stuff? Like the dark matches, those tag matches. There was a lot of guys in there. You had New Day there, the Wyatt Six, like the rest of Solo's guys. So it's like those matches in itself took a lot of people out of the Rumble.
oh, I must admit, I didn't even know about those.
Well, they have it on pre-show or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's start at the beginning, I guess. Not the beginning. Was the first match the Women's Rumble?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I saw Liv Morgan win, which I feel like is probably the best way to go at this point. I guess she's over. But then it got into, dude, I'm kind of pissed about the AJ Styles thing. Like, why did we do it here and now? Like, does that make any sense to anybody else? Like, why this is like? Did you think AJ was like, yeah, I want my last match to be in Saudi at the Rumble against?
I don't think it's his last match. I think it's last match in WWE, but
right. But then it's like, what now? Where's he? So they're just gonna let him walk now?
I mean, I guess so.
Well, his contract's up, right? Like that was part of it. Yeah.
I just feel like he would be somebody they would want to have part of that for life, like in some realm of like.
Well,
maybe he was
scenes.
just
like, have him walk off to somewhere else is just kind of mind blowing to me.
Maybe he was like looking at what AEW did with Edge's career. Since
I don't think he's going to AEW.
He was like,
I don't think
let's go.
Well, they just gave the other guy a belt. He showed up like yesterday. Tommaso Ciampa's like a champ now over there.
Yeah,
so,
TNT champ.
TNT,
I watched that earlier on Collision. He won that. I was like, wow. But yeah, with AJ, I think, this is definitely because he did like an interview like a year ago and stating that, he was definitely going to retire in 2026. I just figured like he would just, do it within WWE. But like in a way, I can kind of see what he's doing makes sense because I think he may be going to TNA to finish out his career. And they do have that working partnership with WWE anyway. So who's to say that WWE can't send some of their guys over to TNA and AJ has matches with them there? You know what I mean? Like, and that's just
I hope that's the case. I really don't want to see him in AEW, even though there'll probably be a lot of matches he wants to do.
I don't think so. I think TNA is probably the best bet because it kind of comes like it's a full circle thing for him. Yeah. He started, he didn't really start, and he was like started like the Indies, and he was in WCW for like a minute in like 2000 or whatever.
Right
him
before
and
they closed, yeah.
Right, and then like he really became popular though in TNA in 2002, and just I just think it would make sense. I mean, that's a kind of a weird decision, I think, on his part, because you figured if he wanted to go completely all out, he would stay within WWE. And they
Well, it's weird
like
too that you're
package
saying that
standpoint.
they've got that partnership with WWE. If AJ is wrestling for TNA, I don't think WWE ever mentions it. I mean, that's something that you wouldn't want. Oh, AJ Styles is retired. Nope, he just went to TNA.
I mean, I think they will. I honestly think just with that,
he was just on their show like the other week, wasn't he?
And then today, when they were like going down his like accolades on the Rumble, like they mentioned he's a former TNA World Champion. And then when he did like that that promo in the ring on SmackDown yesterday, he was talking about like how after this he's going to kick off the phenomenal farewell tour, and like he's going to face this guy and that guy, and he wants to be world champion again. Didn't say where. I mean, he didn't say that it had to be a WWE World Championship. I mean, so I definitely see him going to TNA and winning.
I wanted to get this super chat in before I completely forgot about it from Michael. Thank you, sir. Have you seen that WWE did a 2K26 Monday Night Wars edition? It's $229 Australian, and you still have to unlock wrestlers. What a joke! Why is it $229?
That's just Australian. I mean, I
looked $150 here.
Why is it that much?
Because
that's how they've been doing it.
Fucking ridiculous nowadays.
That's just how much games are. Holy shit!
Well, not typically
and everything.
Exactly. Yeah. Once they added in all that, because last year they did like the Dead Man edition and all that stuff. So they have different versions with extra content like DLC and stuff like that.
I never buy that shit when it comes out first, when it's released, like, on the release date or whatever. I wait like months and just go on like the PlayStation store and wait till there's a big sale and I'll get it like 70% off or something. Like, I'm not in that dire need to spend fucking $150 for a video game.
Well, I mean, it's like they don't really update those games very much from year to year anyway. So why wouldn't you just wait and buy one like every 4 or 5 years?
That's why I didn't buy it last year. I stopped buying them yearly because, like you said, they weren't really updating it. This one, they're promising that there's a whole bunch of new stuff in it. But we'll see.
Do you see the amount of playable characters that's going to be on the roster, Mark?
400 plus. I think they said
400 plus.
Yeah. You know what's weird? I used to play that game quite a bit, like up until, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, I would say at this point. But like every year, my buddies and I would get the new one and we create our characters and do all these different like storylines and stuff. But I saw the commercial tonight for the new one and I'm kind of like, there's a lot going on in there. But like graphics wise, I feel like it hasn't taken that big of a jump.
It doesn't seem like it to me either. Yeah.
Like, I'm like, this doesn't look visually any better. Like, I figured at this point they would look almost realistic, but I still feel like they look old and choppy still. Like from when I used to play, it doesn't seem like there's much difference in the way they look.
There is, like, when you actually like have it live and in front of you, it's a big difference from what it used to. I will say.
Going back though to the women's Rumble match, what do you guys think about? They had to cover up. All the girls had these bodysuits on, and some of them looked pretty ridiculous. Me and Craig were saying they look like Power Rangers. Yeah.
Well, did you say they did that? Did you guys see the thing they did on Instagram or something? The girls did all these girls stood there and they said it's morphin time, and they each did the different. Yeah, they each did the different thing. It was like Chelsea Green and like Jordan Grace and stuff. Yeah.
The fucking who is the girl? Looked like the red Power Ranger. I can't remember her name, but all she needed was the helmet, man. I mean, that was like the exact costume.
Oh, you're talking about Maxine Dupree,
right? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I did think that some of their outfits were pretty cool because a lot of more different themes. Like if you notice, Candice LeRae's outfit was like the Van Halen, Eddie Van Halen's guitar, the Frankenstein guitar. Yeah. So I thought that was really neat. And then I think, was it Jordan Grace? She had like a Michael Jackson themed outfit.
Yeah. And what was funny too, I tried to take notes for this, but I just gave up pretty much after the women's Rumble. I'm like, fuck, who cares? Ivy Nile came out there, and it's almost like the crowd thought it was fucking Kurt Angle. They were chanting, "You suck." Yeah.
Suck.
And like she had,
I didn't see any of that.
I don't know if there was just a disconnect and they didn't know who it was, but yeah.
Yeah. As far as the match itself, though, it got better towards the very end. I think like the last 10 minutes, like Rhea's working her ass off. Lash had some really cool spots. Like it picked up quite a bit at the very end.
I was kind of shocked at who they had for like the final three. So you had Liv, you had Sol Ruka, which was a big surprise that she was in that final four.
She looked good though.
They like her. You can tell they really like her a lot.
And then Tiffany's, and I thought for sure, like the whole time, like, well, the final three, I always picked Liv to win it, but I thought for sure the other two with her at the end would have been Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, and we would have had like kind of like a dissension between them at the end, and them getting like eliminated by Liv or something. But like, so what they eventually went with though was really like crazy to me, and I thought that this Rumble was at least better than the men's. But like Mark said, it was very kind of like, wasn't very good, for the first half of the match. But towards the end, it kind of picked up. And I don't know, man. Like, just it really surprised me. Some of the eliminations, like Lash Legend, she eliminated EO, and then you had Natty eliminating Becky Lynch. So it looks like they're going all in with this push on Natty now, I guess, I guess she's going to go for the Intercontinental title or something against Becky.
For what though?
Yeah.
Like just for like this week and then be banished. Like I looked at tonight and I was like, I don't even know like what any of this sets up like at all. Like who is like what's the feuds now? Like I don't even like. Let's talk about the women. Like what's Liv gonna do? Who's she?
Well, here's the thing with that. Like, so I can't decide. Who she would pick. I mean, look at the two champs. You got Stephanie and you got Jade. Jade, I really don't give a shit what they do with Jade because I mean, like I've given up on her. I mean, I thought they were going to do something, awesome with her, but she's still so green. As long as she's been in there now, she is still very, very green, and like I don't think that she needs to be the champion. Maybe she loses to somebody for Mania. Liv chooses that person, and then you got Stephanie too. Like she's still kind of having issues with her leg or her foot or whatever, and plus like she doesn't speak very good English, so I just don't see how they're going to do these promos with, like, say if it was her and Liv leading up to Mania. So only thing I can think of is that maybe she drops that title to Rhea or somebody at Elimination Chamber sometime before Mania.
Now, did Rhea and Liv ever have their blow off feud or anything, or has that already been done? I forget. I
mean, they did, but they kind of like it brought it back here recently but within like the tag team stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, I don't know what happens to a lot of stuff tonight. Like I don't know where anybody goes now. Like even with
that's the thing. Like the Royal Rumble, usually when it's over, you've got a good idea of this is how it's going to be. This is what's coming, right? Mm-hmm. Who won the men and the women's? You're like, what? What's a good match on either side? Like they could set up that people would want to see, get excited for.
And somebody that CK mentioned to me earlier reminded me because like I didn't even think about her not being in it till it was over with. But he mentioned Bianca Belair. Like where the hell is she? She broke her fingers after Mania last year, and that was in April. And then she's not been on there since.
Over fingers?
Yeah, she broke her.
Yeah, there's got to be something else going on.
The only thing I can think of is that maybe they just wanted to kind of keep her strong, keep her out of the Rumble, and like maybe throw her into a feud with Jade going into
Mania. That's probably the feud for her for sure. I think she returns probably tomorrow or SmackDown, and that's probably the feud. It's probably the feud. It makes the most sense, at least, is those two going at it. Where anybody else goes from here, I'm not sure. And then we did the AJ match. AJ lost. His career's over. I don't know where Gunther goes now. And then we're on to Drew and dude, I fucking hate Sami Zayn. I hate Sami Zayn, dude. He's so freaking bland. Like I was bored to tears, dude, on this match.
Dude, I used to love Sami Zayn. I used to love him, but now like I still like him, but it's just that I don't ever see him being a top guy or being a world champion. It doesn't make sense to me. And like you got people out there on the internet. It's like, well, look at him as like the modern Mick Foley. I'm like, no, he's nothing like fucking Mick Foley.
The time to do that would have been a couple of years ago with Roman in Canada or whatever. If they ever wanted to give him the title, that was the time to do it. You can't. I don't think anybody thought Sami Zayn was winning that shit tonight.
No, that was the problem with the match. I mean, I really like Drew. He's great and all, and he's a solid champion for sure. But nobody, like, come on, Sammy.
Well, there was a rumor for a while that they thought Sammy was going to win the Rumble and then go to Mania as like this underdog thing, and I just never could. I never could see it. Like I stopped liking Sami Zayn when he stopped caring about his physique. So that was probably like right after he got out of NXT and into the WWE.
They've just killed that underdog gimmick that he's had. It's so crazy.
Been so back and forth. Like I feel like its time is over. I don't know what you do with him anymore. Like I don't see anything for him anymore.
Needs a repackage or something.
I don't know how you guys see it, but like I only feel that he really works when he's working in a program with Kevin Owens or somebody like that. I mean, that's the only time I feel like he ever gets over. Like this.
I thought we were going to see him tonight. Where's Owens?
He's still hurt too.
I don't think he ever got that surgery.
No, he did. He did. It was here about a month ago. He got it, but he's going to probably be out for another 3-4 months, or I would say.
I mean, if you put him and Zayn together for a tag team run for a little while, like after, because you don't know what kind of shape Owens is going to come in. They're both getting old now. I think that's the only thing we do with this guy at this point. I just don't see him fitting anywhere that's going to make me interested in him at all.
No, and it's been really weird, like how they've kind of used him here. Like it was just a couple months ago. I think it was around Survivor Series. They did like a match on SmackDown. It was like him and Shinsuke Nakamura and the Motor City Machine Guns and somebody else. Motor City.
That'd be a better name for
him. But they took on like Solo and his guys, and I was like, that's such a random fucking match. And then like just a couple months later, he's in the title picture against Drew. I'm like, what the?
You know what? I will say this. I'll say Carter Redemption says make him El Generico again. Do that and put him in AAA and just have him hang over there. To be honest, that's probably more interesting than what he's going to be doing now. And at what point does he take the Ciampa route and just be like, yeah, I'm never going to get anywhere, so I'm going to hop over to AEW to work with these dudes? Or unless he's just getting too old. I don't know.
But Garrett, was it you that said that you didn't know what they do with Gunther now?
Yeah, I don't know what they do with Gunther.
I think it's kind of obvious what they're doing with him now because he's this whole career killer. So, like, he's either going to go after Orton or Brock or one of these older guys, I think, that's
Good
looking
luck with
to.
Brock.
But that's just what I think. I mean, I think, like, we may see a match between him and Orton because wasn't Orton one of the final four guys in the
Rumble? I could see him in Orton. Maybe he tries to get Orton to end his career, and that's a feud. I could see that probably because Orton needs something to do too. I mean, what is he feuding with, like Trick Williams or whatever? So I don't know if that's going to be like Mania. Though,
I like Trick Williams. I'm not gonna lie.
So then I don't know. We get into I think Drew's a good champion, but like, what happens now? Who is Drew going to main event Mania? I don't think so.
But I don't. As far as like the last match, because they even consider like a main event the first match on the card now. Like, look at Jey Uso. He won the Rumble last year, and he was in the very first match on night one of Mania last year.
Dude, I'd rather him be in the main event of Mania. I really don't want to see Cody Roman again. Like, it's got to be. It's going to be what? Roman Punk? Is that the plan?
That's what I think. And then I think
are they going to have some kind of like Heyman thing? I don't know. I don't know what this is.
I don't know what they're going to do with that. But as far as like Cody goes, I think it's going to be him and Drew and Jacob Fatu going into Mania and some kind of program with that
or something.
I think the only way that they could make Cody Punk and Roman interesting is if they, like you were saying, like the Paul Heyman thing, and maybe, I don't know, Seth Rollins gets involved in it as well, even if he's not ready to come back or something, maybe like a special guest referee. But even then, like, I don't know what any options would be available to make those guys interesting in a main event.
Just do like one of those old school matches where you put Paul Heyman in a shark cage above the ring. And
to be honest, I would actually be probably more entertained with that than half the stuff that we got tonight. I mean, if you guys want to get into the men's Rumble, I mean, to be honest, for me, it's like nothing worked for me except Brock. Like once Brock came in, it was fun for a while, but then I think before and after him, it was just a freaking snooze fest of like disappointment for me.
What'd you think of Obafemi, Garrett?
I like him. I just don't think it should have been the Obafemi show tonight. I think that I just don't think that I needed him in that spot.
Oh man.
But I mean, I like him. I just think the problem
though.
is now is like that.
How crazy is that?
I just feel like we have a lot of Obafemis now. Like you just got Hobbs or whatever. Like they're pretty much like similar situations, like guys. Like
I don't know if he's as big as that motherfucker though. He's fucking gigantic.
Who?
Yeah,
Obafemi.
I think he's going to be big. I mean, I think he's going to be a big deal for sure. I don't know if we were ready for that for him to be like the main guy tonight, but let's hope they can figure something out and run with it at least. Because I think he's got a lot. He's got the look. He's got the size. I mean, even that stupid walk, it's something that can get over. You know, like, yeah. But I mean, like even Vince, like, did you ever think that stupid Vince walk would get over? It got over. So like this stupid walk that he does is probably something that's going to get over.
Hobbs does look like Ice Train.
Yeah, he does. He does look like Ice Train. But that was kind of cool that they did it the way they did and like changed the name on the board because at least it got people to pop. Because if it would have just said like Royce something, people would have been like, "Who the hell is this?" So it's kind of cool that they flipped it so then at least people could pop for a second when the music hit. And that's another thing, dude. I don't know anybody's music anymore. Like every time the music went on,
it's
I'm
all
like,
pretty generic now.
Who is it? Like I'm trying to read the names on the signs. I had no idea.
It doesn't really like connect with fans now. I mean, there's a lot of people that just like I know some people that will actually make playlists on Spotify of just fucking WWE themes and just listen to that shit when they work out and stuff. And I'm like, dude, like I like some of WWE's themes too, but I'm not going to listen to them like constantly like that, you know. And so there are people out there that was as soon as they hear it, they know it. But like, I'm like you, man. Like I watch this shit all the time and I'm like, who is that? You know, I can't, cause it doesn't really like stand out like the old things used to that Jim Johnston was doing and all that.
Or it's almost like they're just spending so much fucking money, or they're getting so much money now. They could spend it on like some actual classic music to use for some of these guys, you know, some old bands and shit. Change it up a little bit.
Just get Jim Johnston back. Fuck, man. I mean,
hell yeah, he was killer.
Yeah, but not long like after like everybody started sounding like fucking Vader's theme song, and yeah, they all started to go together too, though. So change it up. Maybe get him to do some, and then use some classic music. And
yeah, did you guys like what they did with Braun Breaker? I mean, I know they probably did it to try to keep him strong, but I mean, that sucked for the fans there. That sucked for the fans at home. I mean, to not see him and go in there and like do some cool shit kind of sucked.
You know, I wonder if there was like an audible that they called, because on SmackDown yesterday there was, and I think I sent this to CK yesterday, but like they were having that guy come out from that tag team Fraxium.
Oh yeah,
you know, and then they showed the graphic that showed Braun Breaker entrant number 1, but they changed it today, and now he was entrant number 2 in the Rumble. But I wonder if that was like the whole thing with the masked guy was planned this whole time.
Probably.
I thought
it's definitely part of the story, because I don't know if you guys saw the Paul Heyman thing where he was yelling in Pierce's face about them changing the spot. So they're doing something.
Oh, okay. So that's what I wasn't understanding what he was saying in that.
Are they maybe saying that Pierce made that happen or something, to sabotaging him or something?
I think so, because he's been going back and forth with Pierce on Raw.
The thing is, I like that. I like the whole idea of like him feuding with the guy that's in charge. But like, where does this end? Like, does this lead to like a match with him? Does it like, is it just buying time till Seth really is ready, and then Mania is Seth and Braun? Like, you know, I'm just curious what's the lead in here, and is Seth's plan is he's going to come back a babyface? Because I hate babyface Rollins. Yeah. I sound really bitter tonight. I hate everything, but I mean, I just don't like babyface Rollins. I think he's Uncle Bill better as a heel. To be
rub it off on you.
So that's what he's gonna come in. But I mean, I love Braun Breaker. I think Breaker's like one of the best things I think that they have in the company right now. But it was just sad to kind of see him in and out, and then you didn't get to see him work at all.
Do you guys have any thoughts on who this masked guy will be?
It's gotta be nobody until it's Seth. Like, I think they're just throwing people in there, and then when Seth's ready, they'll just unmask it as Seth. I don't
Didn't
see
he do some kind
else
of
it would have
like jerking with his? Who else does that?
Braun Breaker.
No, but like,
oh no, when he did that, like when he made those mannerisms, I was like, that's kind of a Dean Ambrose thing. Like I felt like, but it's not him.
No.
You know, maybe I'm wrong here, but I just think it's Austin Theory again.
That's what I thought too. I thought the same thing for a minute because I'm thinking like, well, Seth's coming back pretty soon. Does he just join Rollins like how they did before?
Well, that's
they were
my
in
thought
a faction
process
before. And that kind of leads me to something else too. What do you guys think needs to happen with Theory? Like he's bounced from faction to faction. He did the Way and A-Town Down Under. And Garrett, you were mentioning like somebody else had the look, Obafemi. Like I think Theory has the look. He's not terrible on the mic. He can work, but I mean, he's gotten so many chances, factions, and he had Money in the Bank once. I mean, when is this guy gonna like blow up into the real superstar he should be?
He should be. I don't think that the gimmick he has now is it. I think it's kind of it feels a little what I was expecting when he ripped that mask off into what we got feels kind of like a disappointment. Like I thought he was gonna rip the mask off and be like this huge star, and I feel like he took this mask off and he's just kind of like a hired gun. Like now, like when he's in that mix, like he doesn't stand out with those four guys. I feel like Logan's the guy, and then the other two are like a tag team. Like that's what it makes me feel. Where I felt like when Austin took that mask off, it should have been like, okay, he's the new leader. Like have him step up into where Seth was or whatever. But it didn't come out that way, and I don't know if that was I think the whole thing kind of was a dud. Like it felt rushed, and like the way they took the mask off and he was just in the audience and it kind of panned in. Like there was no excitement to that. I think it really deflated the reveal too.
Unfortunately, that's been the kind of consistent vibe here the past few months with WWE. Normally, I'll have a lot of positive things to say about WWE, but the past few months, it's just like not been that great. Just other than a few things like that they've done with, the whole AJ story, but I thought that was kind of somewhat interesting. But anything else, I can't really even think of anything that stands out to me that has an interesting story to it right now. I mean, like, I don't know what they're doing with like, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. It seems like they're kind of doing like a some kind of sexual thing with them.
I think the whole company's coasting is what it is. They're like, this is guaranteed money. I
agree.
Yeah.
Because even what Crater said is like, even the AJ thing, like it was kind of cool for a couple weeks, but like, what did AJ do? Like he was a team with Dragon Lee for the last like 6 months. Like what a waste of AJ Styles. Then all of a sudden he's like got the Gunther feud, which was cool. He had the Cena thing, which was cool, but it's like, he hasn't been doing shit for before that. So it's like, we got 2 months of cool AJ and now he's gone. And even like with the Balor thing, like after that performance that he had in Dublin, like it should have been like a rocket ship on his back to put him back in the main event spot. He should have split from the Judgment Day, became a babyface again or something like that. He put on such a great performance, and to see how over he was over there. And I know it doesn't transition totally to here, but I think he's still over. He just hasn't had anything to do to showcase what he's able to do. And I feel like
for him to not be here,
right? Like it just you put someone at this level and then they're deflated before they even get rolling. And say what you want, I feel like Austin Theory's best days is when Vince was the one behind him. To be honest, like when he was, in Cena's face and getting the Money in the Bank, like that was the best Austin Theory. What we've gotten with him with Waller and what he's got now, like this is not good for him.
Yeah. I mean, but I think, it's still kind of early in his career. And if you look back on a lot of guys that were, starting out, they went through a lot of stupid shit before they even kind of went on to do better things. But
he's still in his 20s, right?
Like, yeah. I think he's like 25, 26 or something like that. So he's still pretty young. He's, granted that he doesn't get hurt, some kind of like career threatening injury or something. But
who are you talking about? Braun Breaker?
No, Theory.
Oh, Theory. Yeah, I think he's still in his 20s. He's been there a long time, though. You got to think. I mean, he's been there for at least 5 years or so.
I just hope it doesn't get to the point where, like, they say we've given this guy everything, because he has had a ton of chances and nothing's clicked so far. So I just hate to see him get cut because they're going to do those cuts that they do like in
they're
Mania.
coming.
Yeah,
But there is a lot of people you can cut, and even if they're favorites or not, like I'm looking at this roster and I'm like, gone, waste. Like this Rumble alone, like I could tell you probably 10 people that they could shave off.
We got to hang on to Mr. Iguana though. He stays.
Oh, yes. I mean,
dude, let me tell you something. Like, at first I thought it was like, oh, this guy's kind of entertaining because I like that kind of comedic wrestling, but I don't like when it bleeds over into what the kind of style WWE has. You know what I mean? Like, because WWE has a more serious style, with wrestling most of the time. Unless you have like comedic stuff like R-Truth does and all that. But like when I think it was when he got choke slammed in the Rumble tonight by Damian Priest, and he just lays there and he's got like his feet up, his hands up, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Did Priest need to choke slam the doll?
Yeah, he did a double choke slam.
I
was like, what the fuck? My nephew loved it. I was like, okay. That's,
My buddy was here. Like, why does Damian Priest look like a skinny Goro? I'm like,
that's a perfect description.
I fucking can't stand that. When I hear his music, I'm like, oh god.
Who? Priest?
Priest.
The worst thing they ever did, and we called it, is to take him out, is to put him as a singles. Like when he was with the Judgment Day, at least when he was with Rhea, like they were badass as that group. Like
Terror
keep
Twins.
them together. I get it. Like why not? Like give them something to do. They can still go for titles and stuff, but if they have each other's back and they're part of like some kind of like brother sister type of faction thing, like it's cool, and they seem like that's a strong unit. That's a marketable faction. Damian Priest alone is not anything. And like you said, look at Rhea. She's just hanging out with Io Sky. Like that's not good for her. Like that's not doing anything for her brand, basically.
What was the deal with Rhea's face paint today, to her makeup or whatever? She looked like she had a winter cold or whatever. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I didn't see her.
Yeah, that's like a current like makeup style for a lot of women that I've noticed here.
It painted like the tip of her nose was like red or whatever. It looked like she had the flu.
Whatever.
I'm like, I've never seen that before. It's the weirdest shit.
But like Garrett, you were saying, like the thing that she was that Damian Priest was doing with Rhea there, I thought for sure that was going to be a thing too, and especially where they have that partnership with like AAA, and they have like the mixed tag like championships. Like I think Chelsea Green and Ethan Page are the champs over there right now. Like I thought for sure that would have been like a thing they would have done when you brought Rhea in there, because that would brought by bringing Rhea into AAA, that would have been a lot more tension for that company. And I know that they got several guys like Dom's over there. He's like their champion, and then Ethan Page is doing stuff. Chelsea Green, but like they need to bring more guys over. And I think that didn't they have like Rey Fenix and Rey Mysterio's done a few things with them, and I think like Penta made an appearance. But
the only problem with Rhea is she's like one of their top draws. Like everybody wants to see her live, so that may be why they kind of restrict her to doing the main roster stuff.
Maybe.
Yeah, Justin Smith's right though. She has slimmed down a lot, and it does make her feel a little bit less different than all the other girls.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to ask you guys about too, because this was a new arena, stadium, whatever you want to call it, that they had built over the last month or so. And the way that they had it designed is each seat had a light that was attached to the back of it. Like, I guess so they could do like colorful light shows and shit or whatever else. But the way that it was set up, and I didn't know if you guys noticed this from, a wide shot of the stadium, it made the stadium look empty.
The whole time I was like, where the hell is everybody?
But I think there was a lot of there was a big gap there. There wasn't anybody in some of those seats.
There was something to do. Now I looked this up because I noticed the same thing, CK. Like I was looking and something happened with tickets or something, some kind of ticket problem or something over there. So yeah, but it did affect attendance quite a bit because there were so many empty spots, so many.
But even the ones that were like during the front there, it looked full. Like when you were seeing the background, I'm like, what the fuck? This looks like the Thunderdome almost or something. Like there's nobody here.
That's what I said. I said, Jesus, they're AJ's going out for his last match, there's like less people than there was in TNA, like over there. You know, like it seemed empty, but then all of a sudden it got to like the Rumble and it was like packed almost to a point where I was like, did they just AI a crowd in there? Because where did these people just come from? Like, it filled right up.
The pay-per-view started local time for them at 10 p.m. and it wasn't over with until 2 a.m. And they're very religious country over there. And by religious, I mean, you've got to go to church or you'll be beheaded. So I wonder if like, oh, I'm just kidding. I wonder if that was the reason, like people just didn't want to stay out. They wanted to make sure they made it to Sunday service.
No idea.
But I was, I mean, when the buzzer hit and Ray Phoenix came out, dude, I was like, I popped hard for that.
Nobody else is popping very hard.
No, what? When Ray Phoenix came out, I was like, oh my god!
Much of anything,
why are we doing this right now? Miz, Ray Phoenix coming out like during like Brock and Boba Fett are about to like get at it, and also it's like, no, Ray Phoenix. I'm like, oh come on! You just sent this guy out there to fail, dude.
Dude, this crowd wasn't responding to nothing though. That's the thing.
No, that's why I hate those shows, man.
Brie Bella had the loudest pop the entire show. I swear, I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Do you think I don't know if it's so strict over there, like they get on to people or something like, hey, don't be getting riled up or anything over here. It's like it's so weird, like because all of those Saudi Arabia shows are like that. Like the crowd sucks. I'm sorry.
I gotta say this, like this is my opinion. I mean, there may have been worse Rumbles in the past, but to me, this was like the worst. This is the worst one I could think of. Like
I don't think I'd ever go back and watch this, like ever.
No. And I think the one thing you were talking about Finn Balor, and that's it's so weird. Like he just had that awesome match in Ireland with Punk, and then like this past Monday on Raw between Punk and AJ, he interferes at the end of that, and it's still kind of pushing along that feud between Punk and Balor. And I'm thinking, because Balor, earlier in that show was like, hey, I'm going to try to get a spot in the Rumble. And Adam Pearce was like, well, we're full, pal. We got Mr. Malone and LaParca in here. I mean, we can't put you in there. Sorry. So,
I know you're on the show every week, but we grabbed a couple of these guys that
we've got the original American El Grande Americano and the generic one. Yeah.
But why is he's not even that on the show, like doing a promo in the back or something, and Punk is there, but he's just I don't know, doing the pre-show bullshit. And you would think like they only had one title match on this whole show. There were 4 matches and one of them was a title match. So you didn't have either of the women champions defend their belt. You didn't have Punk, and Punk is one of the biggest fucking stars they got right now. Why is he not anywhere on this show?
He was on the pre-show.
Except the pre-show, yeah. That doesn't make any sense to me. And I mean, I know some of the guys like Dom Mysterio and Seth Rollins, they're still injured. They can't be on there for any reason. But just other like this, I don't. You guys probably don't care about him, but he seems like he's getting pretty popular recently because he got a new theme song, and Kit Wilson,
that other guy, yeah. That's weird that he wasn't in it either because he's kind of getting over, isn't he?
Yeah, and even weird. Carmelo Hayes too, the U.S. champion. Like, why is he not in this? Make fucking any thing?
Sense? Like, but they needed to put Rusev in there. Why?
And Rusev was in there like a minute.
He had like the quickest. Yeah, he was in and out pretty much.
It's so
poor guy. He's like, oh, I'm gonna leave AEW and go to WWE. It's gonna be great. And they're like, they don't fucking put him on main event and leave him in the Rumble for like a minute. And
but we said that when he came out the first time. We said that was a mistake for them to bring him back.
And
there was no need to bring him back.
With these Royal Rumble shows too, it's like a lot of the old school Rumbles, you would have at least 5 or 6 matches, including the Rumble match. Now, what do we have? 4 on here and 2 Rumble matches. So technically just, 2 regular wrestle matches and 2 Rumble matches. And look at all the titles that everybody's got that didn't get defended.
Yeah.
Crayola said Kit Wilson didn't come because they don't like his feminism over there.
he doesn't like the toxicity over there.
That would have been fun. Like dude, we better
Because that's like his gimmick right now, right? It's like he's like,
Yeah.
you're toxic or whatever.
Yeah, male masculinity or something.
Yeah, it's not whatever. Toxic
masculinity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you could have had Brock just throw him around.
That'd be killer.
Dude, Brock didn't give a shit tonight. Like he was just tossing guys. A couple times I was like, Jesus,
He was
these guys are
tossing
gonna
on top of
kill
people.
themselves.
Yeah.
And I
On
wanted
top
to
of
mention
people, they almost like hit the rope and stuff. He didn't give a shit.
I wanted to mention that too, because that was the funniest fucking thing in that whole men's rumble involved Brock and Ilya Dragunov.
Dude, when he screamed in his face,
I
I think Brock got pissed, dude, because he was just chopping the shit out of him. I think
Yeah,
Brock
it
was
looked like it.
Fucking enough of this shit. Like you could tell he was not happy.
But what is so like stupid about that is because they have built, Dragunov up for the longest time now to be like this tough son of a bitch. I mean, like he was like the biggest rival for Gunther over in NXT, and like because he was the guy that finally beat Gunther back when he was Walter, in NXT, and then like they're bringing him kind of doing the same thing on the main roster now, and then they put him against Brock in the Rumble, and Brock just screams in his face and throws him out.
I honestly think that wasn't planned. I think that he got pissed because it was
so
like
funny,
after the
though.
sixth chop, and then he's going, "Rah!" I think Brock was like, "Okay, fuck this dude." Like, 'cause
This little bastard.
He looked pissed.
Brock was totally no selling those chops too.
Yeah,
You
that's
guys
like
noticed that?
hilarious.
Idiot Jack.
Oh man,
I can't stand that fucking guy either.
Who? Jacking off?
Yeah.
He doesn't do it for you.
No.
Glad
And this
Brock
show,
lost
man,
in
like
his face.
this show did not do it for me either. Like I was saying, worst Rumble ever, I believe.
I mean, we could have got that fake Yoko again, but we didn't. So I mean, that's a plus.
I would have actually enjoyed that. I mean, he could have replaced anorexic La Parka.
He loved Parka in like the Cobra Kai suit. He looked like
They were
fucking
so
Johnny.
confused when he came out. The crowd didn't know what the hell the park
Yeah.
is.
my nephew, he's like I said, he's just 7. He had no idea who it was, and I was like, La Parka was this wrestler years ago when I was a kid. He was in WCW and he did like Mexican wrestling stuff, and he's like, well, I think that's the original guy, Uncle Chris. I'm like, no, that's not the original guy.
He got the fucking his attire at Spirit Halloween. It looks like
He tried to. Did you notice he tried to do like the dance that La Parka used
He
to do?
couldn't do the dance. I think
And
I
was
could do the dance
this
better than him.
guy's
To be
fucking
honest.
terrible.
So I'm thinking that definitely that one was replacing something happened with somebody because that makes no sense at all. And the gear, like, okay, La Parka, if anything, is known for like the fancy fucking gear, right? The cool mask, the attire, and everything. This was not it. I don't think that was planned. I think that he replaced
You
somebody.
think they just have La Parka masks hanging around the back with like some skeleton suits? Like,
Who
hanging
knows what they
around?
have?
Yeah,
Was
put
it
the
just
skeleton
him
leotard on and go
and
out there.
Mr. Iguana? They were like the only 2 AAA guys in the Rumble tonight, right?
They should at least gave him
I
the
think so.
chair to like play the guitar on it or something. At least,
But you think
Instead,
like
we
if,
had to have Jey Uso do that double theme shit, which
Oh,
pisses me
God.
off too. I hate that. And the ref on the outside was like, "Get in the ring," because he probably knew like that we got to do this shit again, and he's wasting time.
You bring up a good point thing with the Jey Uso thing. Like, don't you think that spot that he did with Roman when Roman was like, run it back, and then like Jey was like all for it, like, you dumbass, he's just gonna.
I think that's setting up a feud. I think that's setting up something.
I think that
I think that's a
Jay is
boiling
done as
feud
a
that's been
solo
going on
guy.
for a while.
Like
You
they
think
were,
what?
they kind of solidified the fact that Jay is done as a solo guy tonight. I think.
No, but the other guy's gone again, so I think that. And again,
they're
Jey
tag,
Uso,
they're tag
as much
champs
as-
though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they're
are.
the tag, and that's what I was wondering about this the other day. Like, do you think the reason Jimmy's not on it? Do you think there's something going on with Naomi? Because I know
Could
she's
be.
pregnant or whatever. That maybe
Yeah, that's
why.
what I was. I was thinking
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
that she was having issues or something.
Yeah, that's what I
So
was kind of
It
thinking
could
about. This.
be,
Like, man,
but I
it's
mean,
concerning.
I would see Jay as a face. I'm kind of over it, but I mean, he's still freaking over though. I mean, he's still. But
They
at the
made him
same
look
time,
like a total fucking goof tonight, though.
They did, but I mean, I hope that's setting up some kind of feud with Roman, which would be nice.
I don't know
but
about that. I think that's like, hey, I'm your cousin. I'm gonna fuck with you.
Love it or hate him, dude, or whatever. He tried to hold him down. LA Knight's fucking still over, dude. He really is.
Yeah,
Like, he got a huge pop, and I'm thinking to myself, like, why can't you just stop denying this guy into what he could be? It's like, it's so sad to see somebody who's who's naturally gifted and naturally over, that they're just kind of like,
he's an older guy too, so he don't have a
now.
whole lot of time to do this shit.
No, but
do you see him as a main eventer for WrestleMania though?
If they let him go and push him, sure, I could see it. I mean, but you got to look at who do they have? Like I think people are itching for something different. I don't really. Do you want to see Cody Roman? Do you want to see Roman Punk? Like, I don't want to see either of those matches, you know. But LA Knight, I think, has it, but he's not. He hasn't been pushed enough to gain an interest in a feud that you would care about. But I mean, I think
really there's not a whole lot of top babyface guys either, if you think about it.
Right.
I know, but you got to remember, somebody's even bringing up Jericho. If he's going to be back before Mania, you've got to have him build up something with somebody between now and then.
Do you even think
you do like a Jericho LA Knight as like a big spectacle match? I don't know.
I was thinking maybe they'll do Jericho in the Hall of Fame and then maybe do something at Mania as well. But I don't know where Jericho would fit in as like a full-time guy now there. Like, I mean,
he's looking to like finish up his career, right? So I mean, maybe do something with Gunther. Gunther retires him too.
Probably, yeah.
Could be. But yeah, the show like tonight though, or earlier today, it didn't get me excited at all for Mania. And it's a shame, man, because like Royal Rumble typically is almost like a can't miss show.
Yeah.
You know, it's very hard to fuck these shows up, but the crowd sucks tonight.
It just felt like a casual show, like a SmackDown or something.
Yeah, it definitely felt like just a normal like TV event or one of those damn Saudi shows, you know.
Yeah.
And
that Saudi booking, man, it's always, it just feels like they're coasting. Like,
and that's what Mania will be like next year too. I'm almost certain of. I mean, 2 nights of it though, unfortunately.
Have you seen some of the rumors of like what some of they're requesting over there in Saudi Arabia for next year's Mania?
Like Stone Cold, probably.
Stone Cold and The Rock. So we're going to get Stone Cold and The Rock one more time in Saudi next year. They're going to bring Undertaker back again.
Kurt Angle, or at least get Ivy Nile.
Yeah, they want Andre the Giant to come. It's ridiculous, man.
Bring what's his name there? Who's the big Punjabi guy?
Oh, Great Khali.
Great Khali.
I think that's India, though, right? That's a different country.
Yeah.
They're like, bring Slaughter in and have him wear like the turban.
They could bring Sergeant Slaughter in. That'd be killer. Did General Adnan ever die? They could bring him back, too. I think he's still alive.
Man, my nephew's
back with the turban on like this for old time's sake.
My nephew said the funniest fucking thing ever during that the beginning of that match between Drew McIntyre and Sammy. So Sammy was like waiting on Drew's entrance to end and get in the ring and all that. And like, you know, you seen Sammy squatting down in the ring, and my nephew looks at me and says, "Why does he still have that picnic blanket on his head?" I'm like,
it's almost like they gave him a gimmick tonight, because when he was sitting there like Sami Zayn, the Muslim, I'm like, what's that? It's a gimmick? It's like his new name.
Well, I had mine ready back there, but I was like, I think people would be offended, so I didn't wear it.
Oh God, the thumbnail's already enough. It's gonna get this thing taken right down. Sami Zayn, the Muslim. He's like the Sultan's partner.
Michael with another super chat here. WWE's an awful product these days. It's hard to get behind anybody. Too much backstage politics. Ruined too many characters. Why do you think it is? Is it politics?
Probably.
Yeah, I think it is. I think Triple H is having a tough time probably figuring out how to like make TKO happy, how to not get too involved with like personal bullshit. I think he's having trouble with that, where I think when he had NXT, everybody just, he was like daddy over there, you know, the dad. And now I think he's like, he's got to be the boss and answer to certain people. And I think it's just very different. Like, I think he has an issue with LA Knight. I don't know what it is. I think it's probably maybe some kind of like jealousy thing. Oh, this guy's more jacked than me. He talked better than I did. Like, who the hell knows? But I think Triple H has a hard time kind of maneuvering between corporate guy and worker guy. Like, I think he has a tough job with that. Like, I try not to watch Unreal, because I've actually found out that it really fucking bothers me. so I haven't really watched it too much.
I've never watched it either.
It's interesting because you get to see the more of the wrestlers behind the scenes in their life and stuff. But I feel like I don't want to see the curtain pulled too far, even though I know it is and what goes on back there. But it sucks, and I feel bad for a lot of these old guys that are so put off by it, because I'm like, Jesus, they spent all their life like trying to keep this work alive to like just have it totally just exposed now. But even when they're showing those backstage meetings, and I think who was it? I saw a clip where like Road Dogg was kind of like backing up R-Truth or something, and they like on the side they're like, oh, Road Dogg has to put his personal feelings aside. It's almost like, Jesus, Triple H, that was like you like forever. Like that's all you ever did was like worry about like who you liked and shit like that, and buried the guys you didn't want around. Like that's all you did. Now all of a sudden he's like, oh, Road Dogg can't be like that.
I finally watched both of those seasons of Unreal, and which I started watching the first season before the second season was getting ready to come on Netflix. And originally I hated the idea of that show, and like you were saying, it pulls back the curtain too much. But the way I look at it now, because I actually did enjoy the show from what I watched of it, and it's kind of, at least they're not covering current storylines. The storylines that they're kind of like peeling the curtain back in these episodes happened months ago. So, it's not like they're going to be spoiling anything for us, like, that's going on right now. And I just like seeing a lot of that behind the scenes stuff, anyway. I'm not I'm not like a child. I know this stuff is scripted. I know this is all like pre-planned stuff, but I just enjoy it just like I would like a regular TV show. It's just entertaining to me. And sometimes, like if you look at a movie or something, like, we're all physical media collectors, and we look at special features on how things were made, and just like commentaries behind things. And so I enjoy that just as much with wrestling. I love watching these shoot interviews, and I love just, seeing things that was going on at the time when those storylines were happening in WWE, like especially with Lyra Valkyria. Like, I've never really cared for her, but when I watched that Unreal show and I seen like how important it is to her, and how this is like something that's really meaningful to her, her whole life to do this, but she's just kind of struggling to kind of make a place for herself in the company right now. It's kind of heartbreaking in a way, and you kind of feel for her, like, hey, at least she's in that spot. I would love to be working with WWE, but at least, she's in that spot. She has that opportunity. She's trying her damnedest. And so, I think I don't really have any complaints at this point with Unreal.
I don't want to see it with
it's
me.
Behind the scenes, but it's still angled a certain way, right? Like difference in like making a movie and stuff is like the people go out there, and the director and stuff that wants to probably make the best thing they can. I feel with wrestling, politics still plays such a huge part in it, like personal problems and stuff, where it's like they want to make a good show, but there's always like hidden egos involved, right? Where like they're not doing what they could do to make the best show because they're not listening to what the fans want. They're doing something based on what they want, based on their personal issues or whatever. And I think that ultimately sometimes hurts it, but there are cool things that happen. I'm sure the Chelsea Green being so good at her job helped Cardona get back. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of things that, work well, but I also think there's a lot of things that I don't know. I don't know why certain things happen. Like, I would love to see behind the scenes of like what they think a great Mania is going to look like at this point right now. Because to me, it's hard based on where it's going. It's hard to even put together something that I feel like would be epic. And like even Triple H said something the other day, like, "Oh, check, make sure you watch tomorrow. Tons of surprises." What surprises?
He says that every time now, though.
But what was the surprise that we were excited for?
Brie Bella, La Parka,
Mr. Iguana,
Bella and Iguana. Like that was the surprise that he wanted everybody to see.
Michelle McCool, if she would have showed up, man, that place would have went nuts.
But like, you have Paige right there, like wanting. She's basically said she wants to come back. Like, that would have been a good surprise. That would have got people over. Chris Jericho would have been it too, but is it just not the time and place? I don't know.
Yeah, I was unsure about the Jericho thing too, but I thought for sure Paige was going to make a return here. So I was kind of
no AJ Lee.
No, I think they're saving like another match with her and Becky for Mania or something this year.
That's what it seems like. One guy we didn't mention, who I guess he was kind of a surprise, Powerhouse Hobbs. What do you guys think about him?
I think he'll probably be pretty successful. I think he'll probably be successful in NXT first, and then
Rolls Royce, or what's his name now?
Royce Keys.
Oh, okay.
What
a generic fucking name, though, man. Royce
it was his
Keys.
choice, though, because like I think Royce is the name of his youngest child, and then like Keys was like the maiden name of his like grandmother or something like that. So
his grandmother Alicia, yeah.
Well, he should have been Keys Royce. That'd been better.
Alicia Keys. That's killer.
Now the guy's got a great look and everything, but yeah, that name doesn't work for me, brother. I don't like it.
It's. I mean, that's the weird thing. Like a lot of these guys, they choose their names. Nowadays they back in the day, Vince or whoever would just choose those names for them. Like, you're Bastion Booger, but now they're getting to choose their own names. It seems like, but they sound.
You're Chili McFrost. Deal with it.
Fang McFrost, yeah.
Fang McFrost.
Otto von Rufus.
Who was I was wondering this too. Did you guys notice that they had a different ring announcer tonight? They didn't have any of the females or anything. And this guy sucks. Like,
he's on SmackDown. I think his name's like Mark Nash or something like that.
Is there some sort of reason they didn't want the female ring announcers, or is it just because
probably for the reason that the female wrestler? But
I don't know.
Probably like less females right now, the better. I don't know.
Maybe they didn't have jumpsuits ready for him.
Yeah, no, she didn't have the suit.
And did you notice too? Like whenever he was announcing the opening for Drew and Sammy, like he had to look down like at his hand, like he had written something because he couldn't remember what title it was for.
That dude fucking sucks, man. They need to get somebody else. He's no good.
You know what I will say about WWE though? It seems like when they get these AEW guys that actually decide to come over, they do treat them pretty good. I mean, even Ethan Page has a hell of a thing going on. Like, I mean, him and Chelsea together, like that whole stable faction could work on the main roster like tomorrow.
But I think fucking Chelsea Green could work with a broom and make it look good.
100%. She had mentioned she wants to actually do a storyline with her and Cardona. I don't know how it's going to work, but she said she wants to almost have like that. Yeah, like she said she wants to almost be like with him and have them be like very attitude error, like almost like that. Remember when they were doing GCW and she was like the Francine to him?
Yeah,
she wants to do that here. She wants to bring like
I don't know,
attitude error
allow some of that
style to WWE. That's what she had pitched on a podcast.
Well, the thing, unfortunately, it seems like she's hit like the glass ceiling there because they're not going to. I don't know if they're going to push her much higher than doing what she's doing now, which I think she does a great job and she deserves like a title run or whatever, but it just doesn't seem like they think that.
I think she's just probably, as of right now, like I think for them, they're probably like, she's so good in all these things. She doesn't need the belt. Like she's kind of like, she's great to have someone beat because she's credible. But I think they look at her as like, she doesn't need to be the star right now, but she's a star regardless. But it seems like they really trust her and like her, but they never give her that top spot. And I don't know if she cares, but maybe they just haven't found the right gimmick for it.
Yeah, the thing that doesn't make sense about this is they kind of cover that whole story when she became, the first women's U.S. champion. Like they cover that on Unreal, and they follow that whole story. And I just don't understand. They had her win it, and she dropped it to Zelina Vega. She won it back. She dropped it to Julia, and then she won it back, and then Julia won it back. Or so I don't know, like the whole process of what happened there. But like, why? I think that they just dropped the ball when they didn't have this big long run with Chelsea, because that whole gimmick where she's doing like the what's it called the Slagency or something that she has Piper Niven and Alba Fire with her and like that the whole gimmick was just genius because it felt like it was kind of like mocking like what's going on in the real world with politics and stuff. And I don't know, I just think they should have carried that out longer with her holding the title. I don't know if it is what it is, if they just like know that she just kind of agree to whatever they want to do, because it seems like the way it comes off in Unreal is like, hey, if you want me to lose, whatever, I'll do whatever you want. But do you think it gets to like a certain point where like she needs to stop being that way and just kind of like, look out for herself. And
I think when she starts to know her worth, probably, and like when she's undeniable, I think it's probably getting to that point too. But I did hear in an interview that she said she doesn't care. She's like, me and Cardona and her are kind of the same way, where it's like they just want a place, and they don't, and wherever their place is either someone who somebody can work with to get over, or somebody who is getting over. So I think they're both kind of kosher with that at this point, because they understand with wrestling you kind of need a little bit of both sides of it. You need a Coco Beware and you need a fucking Brutus Beefcake, or you can be a Hogan, right? Like I think they get it, but it's better. It's cool to see some of these people actually get rewarded for being good at their job, and she's over naturally, and that's a hard thing. It's hard naturally to get over, no matter what position you're in, and that's she's got it.
The thing with her and Cardona could be interesting. I'd be open to seeing how that would play out and see what kind of chemistry they'd have on screen together. The Secret Harvest was great. Is Piper still injured? Because it's still kind of going. Okay.
Yeah, I think that they said it was like a serious injury or something, right? It might be a while.
Yeah, I read something recently. I mean, I don't know if there's any truth to it, just how some of those dirt sheets are, but it said that she may possibly never wrestle again. It was that serious.
Damn.
So Michael, if that's the case, that when they do those firings, Alba Fire is probably gone.
Probably. Maybe.
Yeah.
I would have fired her above. Who was the other one? The redhead. I thought that she was better than the.
Kelly.
What's the fucking name?
They were a tag team.
Isla Dawn or Isla Dawn.
I think she was slightly better than the other girl, but I don't know what maybe backstage. I don't know. Who knows? But Michael with the super chats says the only person marking out of Gunther's match of 1,000 and I guess 1,001 sleepers is OG Mark, the Undertaker.
Speaking of the Undertaker, do you guys ever listen to his podcast anymore since Michelle McCool took over that one guy's spot?
No,
I haven't listened to
I check out clips occasionally, depending on what they're talking about.
I just have no interest. Ever since that he left and they got her on, I don't even watch anymore.
Well, the other guy that was on the 6 Feet Under with Mark Calloway, what was his name, Matt or something like that?
That's what I was talking about.
He has converted that old channel over into his own wrestling channel now. Did you see that?
No, that's cool.
He took all of the 6 Feet Under stuff off there.
Well, with good reason. I mean, damn, that fucked him over.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know if any of the new stuff's gonna get any views or anything. But yeah, he's taking all the subscribers and starting a new channel, so that's pretty smart.
Well, I guess that was the Royal Rumble 2026, baby.
That fucking
So anyway, I don't even know if we talked about it. Roman Reigns won. So
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But and like I said earlier, that I predicted every single one of these correctly, and I rarely do that. And do you think it's just getting to that point now with WWE? It's that predictable?
Yeah. I just don't know if they've got enough new guys. Like we said this before, like they were so stacked with talent, which I do think they are. But when you saw this Rumble tonight, it was like, I felt like there was 4 people that I considered megastars but at the same time, there was like 2 people I said could win this Rumble. Maybe 3 if you count Brock. But like I thought it was either going to be Roman or Cody. Like I didn't think it was going to be anybody else.
So you thought Cody was going to win this? Damn.
No, I thought it would be Roman or Cody. I thought I just didn't see anybody else.
Well, there was only a select 3 or 4 people it could have been.
Like even Orton, right? Like Orton's great, but I'm like, I don't see Orton winning.
I don't, because if Cody had won it though, that would make him 3, and I just don't think they're going to let anybody tie or surpass Stone Cold as far as Royal Rumble wins go. I just think it'd be smart to not do that. He'd just be the only guy in WWE history to just win 3 Rumbles. Because it seems like they always, have that to talk about in their little Royal Rumble package every year. And once somebody's on that same level with them, it's not going to be like a special thing for Stone Cold anymore. And it's not like he can come back and win another fucking Rumble, and it's so like.
Yeah, actually, Justin said he thought Braun had a chance. If Braun was in there, I would have said, yeah, sure, he had a chance. if he was actually in there at the end.
I actually thought he was going to win it. I thought, or at least make it to the final four. Him getting eliminated as like the first person out, like that threw me. I had no clue that would happen.
I wonder much longer it is before Seth comes back. Have you guys heard anything on that?
I think he'll be back in with the next month or so.
That's what he said.
Yeah. For Mania for sure.
I mean, they could have done something really cool with that tonight, but I didn't know if he was, because you know how they were, I guess on SmackDown, they were saying that the other members were going to protect Braun Breaker, right? But what if, like, number 30, Seth Rollins came out and they all turned on Breaker and threw him out and made and set up.
At least that would have been interesting. Right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, that would have brought some interest to it. I mean, Roman winning after not being around for the last 6 months doesn't really do much for me.
Yeah, it is weird because the last time he was on there before this was it at War Games? Was it the last time Roman was on there? So, but you know, now that he's won the Rumble, you know, he's not going to participate probably over the next few weeks. He's not going to
participate.
No.
I'll be back eventually. I'll be back at Mania.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he doesn't have to worry about Elimination Chamber. He doesn't have to worry about fucking anything until Mania comes.
And how many more fucking overseas shows are they going to have by then too? Like, I hate that. I can't tell you how much I hate the fact that Raw is like live on Netflix at like 3 o'clock in the day or whatever. And even if I just hate that so much, and they do it more and more nowadays.
Yeah, it's awful. Like it feels so weird too, because because you know, when it comes on in its regular time at night on Monday nights, like, you know, like you watch it and then after it's over, you maybe have a little bit of time to do something else before you go to bed or whatever. Like, I fucking watch it 3 o'clock in the day. I'm like, damn, I got a whole day ahead of me. I got to figure out something to do.
But what this did tonight, I think, is it got me excited to go watch some of these old Rumbles when we're done. Like, even ones like, I think the 95 is not great, but it's got some memorable moments. Like, I think I was talking to Wes about, or maybe it was you. I don't know.
96.
Is that what we were talking about? Like
the SWAT team guys.
SWAT team, and like Vader with his suit on backwards, like that. I want to go back and watch that one now tonight. Like, that's the one.
They had Carlos Colon in there.
Yeah, the youngster.
They had some wild ones back
in
the day.
Ball of Fire guy was
Dick Murdoch was in there. You're like, who the fuck's this dude with the beer belly running out there?
You know, CK found this YouTube channel that uploaded like all these old like NWA shows, and it's got like multiple promotions. I think it's got like a lot of the 80s stuff for the WWF and WCW, and there's just tons of stuff on there. Like, I don't even understand how that's even up there, you know.
I'm glad it is, though.
Well, yeah, for sure. But
I
like,
marked
it's
that
just
up this week.
bizarre.
Yeah,
early 90s WCW is the best.
Yeah, somebody mentioned Gary Michael Capetta, man. Holy shit.
Oh, dude, he was the greatest.
Yeah.
You could do anybody.
Great.
You know?
He would make anything sound like $1 million.
Yeah. You could do anybody.
What's weird, though, did you guys realize that Gary Michael Capetta was actually in the WWF in the early 80s as an announcer? Yeah.
Oh, yeah? I loved him.
You can catch him on, I think it might have been the first Hulkamania tape or whatever. He does that big introduction.
You're right.
Yeah. I wonder if he does cameos. Do you think he does cameos where you just like announce your name?
Damn, that'd be killer.
Probably. I think he's still around. But
you guys remember Dave Penzer, the announcer on WCW?
He was good.
Yeah,
he was good. All right, guys, but yeah. I guess that is it. That was the Royal Rumble 2026 in Saudi. I don't think any of us really liked it too much, but it is what it is. I wasn't looking forward to it either.
No, yeah, the AJ Gunther match was the best thing on the show, and rest is very forgettable.
Yeah.
Very.
All right, guys, but the next thing I think that Garrett and I were going to be doing an auction tomorrow night. I've kept all of my stuff laid out here, so hopefully we can get it rolling. Michael Felcher, and I think Uncle Bill's going to be joining us as well. Felcher's got some cool stuff, Garrett. I think you may be putting some bids on it, too.
Oh, no.
One that I know of is the uncut proof sheet from Trick or Treat that has all three arts on one big metallic poster.
Oh hell!
Yep.
No way, really.
Man.
Yep. Starting bid at $500.
Damn.
I believe it.
Maybe we can make a trade or something. He's like, I don't want anything. I don't need anything.
Mark, what do you got coming up on your channel, man?
Next thing I'll be doing, actually, right after this, is a commentary that was a paid request. Me and Rambo are going to be doing that. So,
Oh, tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Have fun.
What for? What is it? What movie is it for?
somebody did a paid request for Big Lebowski.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Yeah, which I have right over here. It's a
Man,
fun movie. I haven't seen it in
that.
a while.
That's what I was saying. I probably haven't seen that in 10 years or longer. It's been a long
Isn't
time.
this year? Isn't this the 30th anniversary or something this year? Or when did it come out? When did Lebowski
Like
come out?
98.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
98.
Oh, I thought it was
98.
I thought it was 96.
I don't know. Crater, what you got coming up, man?
Nothing right now. I don't have anything planned. Like, after I did the whole 500 movies thing last year, like, I just decided after I was done with that, I was just going to take a big break and, just kind of maybe plan something for like later, just here and there on the channel. Nothing really like too crazy. Cause like I said, I did those 500 movies and I was like, I'll never do that shit again. I mean, that took up so much time and work. And like, so if you watch any of those like videos where like I'm talking, doing the reviews for those movies, every bit of what I'm saying is like stuff that I'm reading from, like I've written out to say. So like I did that with every single movie that I did last year. So I was like, man, I was insane for trying to do this. But I'm glad I got
shit out.
Yeah, I'm glad I got it done and all that. But I'll never do that shit again. But I don't know. Like for anybody that's in here right now, if you watch my stuff, like what would you like to see? I mean, I'm open to doing wrestling stuff, showing things from my collection. I don't know. I found a bunch of like a punk rock CDs here recently that I felt like maybe doing a video on those, because I've got like every single Ramones album and their live stuff and compilations, and there's just all kinds of shit over here. But I don't know. I'll just keep an eye out. If you follow me on YouTube, I'm sure I'll
make sure to both of you guys plug your stuff where they can find you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Mark's over at it's just Stuntman Mark on YouTube, right?
Yeah, just Stuntman Mark on YouTube.
Yeah,
with a Q.
Yeah.
With a Q. And mine is Crater Mania, and so pretty easy to find, I guess.
And
yeah, guys, definitely go check them out.
Yeah, for sure. Garrett, what you got coming up in the next little bit?
So I got a video. I might drop it tomorrow, or maybe I'll drop it Monday. It depends, because I know we have that show tomorrow. But I'm going to be talking about some Lionsgate DVDs of horror movies that haven't been touched since DVDs. So it's one of those things where it's like Lionsgate's doing all this crazy stuff with the Lionsgate Limited line, but if they still have the rights to a lot of these, lesser known horror movies, it'd be cool to kind of give them some more love. So I'm going to do a video on some of the ones that nobody's talked about from Lionsgate in the past like 15, 20 years. So
yeah, there's a lot. Anchor Bay's the same way. A lot of that stuff that Anchor Bay did back in the day has never gotten a re-release either.
Yeah, so that video will be out either tomorrow afternoon or Monday afternoon.
Did Survival Quest? Remember, was that Anchor Bay?
Yeah,
it is. It's still sitting there. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a show on that at some point, hopefully. Because the from Anchor Bay, Survival Quest is the last release that ever got, and then Kenny and Company, the other Don Coscarelli movie. That was the only physical media release that thing ever got in the United States.
Damn, I sold mine recently too.
What?
That thing it goes for quite a bit now. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like $70 or $80, I think. No, so. But yeah, guys, the only other thing that I've got coming up wrestling related I wanted to mention on here is I did get a whole lot of WCW magazines from the early 90s.
Yeah.
It's like 14 issues.
Did you really? Did you get a lot?
Yeah, for a good price too. Actually,
you got a fucking killer price.
The first 14 issues from 91 to 90, all of 92.
Sting with the globe and shit.
I think so. Yeah, it's like
I used to have those.
$47 or something like that for all of them.
Yeah,
so it wasn't too
my
bad.
God, it's like $3 or $4 an issue. It's
That's
insane.
awesome.
Yeah, so I want to maybe do a video on just going through those because that's just a lot of cool memories and everything. And snowed in this past week for a few days, and I caught up on a bunch of that shit. Just so.
Did you get the one with the
random and-
Dangerous Alliance with the split cover where it's like
That's my favorite one. I was just talking
Dude,
about
me-
it the other
Me
day.
too.
I don't
remember
have them
that,
yet.
like,
They're
That
coming
one's
in.
kinda-
oh,
this
you don't
week.
have them yet.
No.
That
Oh,
one,
yeah,
I think that issue you're talking about, Garrett, is from '93. Because like on one side it's got Sting Squadron, on the other is Dangerous
Yeah.
Alliance, and there's like a big pull out Ricky Steamboat poster in the
It's
magazine.
so funny, dude. I literally
It's
can remember where I
awesome.
was when I bought that. I went to my dad's work, and there was like a little convenience store down the street, and I like ran down there, picked it up, and like went to back to his work, and was like sitting in the little foyer area, like reading that thing. Like
I
where
do
were
know
we
that
yesterday?
the Christmas issue with PN News and Missy Hyde on the cover is included on.
So
Yeah.
it's funny
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I just redid my gym here, my home gym, and I had a couple signed ones I acquired. So I had like the Lex one signed by Lex, and I have the PN News and Missy Hyatt one, but it's signed by Missy Hyatt, not News. And what other one did I get? I got Luger, PN News.
Do you have the one from '93 that has Cactus Jack on the cover?
No. I don't have a lot left. I probably have only like 5 in my
'Cause-
collection right now.
Because that's one I'm really looking for because it has a pull out poster in it of when Steamboat and Shane Douglas were a tag team, and it's a fucking
yeah.
killer poster. I'd love to have, but I think it's like around $40-$50 on eBay or something.
Damn.
Like that.
I do know that the ones that I got, all but 2 include the posters. So we'll be looking at the posters too. But all right,
love
guys.
that
Yeah, that'll be coming up. But yeah, I appreciate everybody tuning in. We had a pretty good crowd tonight. Well over 100 people the entire time. So check out all of our old shows and everything. We only do these live post shows for the big pay-per-views. And I don't know if any of them are really big anymore. That's the sad thing. They're all pretty much the same.
Sad.
It'd almost be better to go backwards and just start talking about old stuff.
Yeah, maybe
How- Damn, that would
That'd
be
be-
awesome. I'd love that.
let's
Me
go
too.
back and we'll start 1990 WCW pay-per-views and just go through them. There you go.
Yeah, that
Let's
would
do
be
that.
so much more fun, man.
I'm down for some old school WCW. We'll build it all the way up till the Dangerous Alliance War Games match.
Hell
We'll
yeah.
go from
There you
there.
go.
Nice.
You know what would be cool? I mean, I don't know. All this shit's probably not on there, but it may be because WCW they have that Vault channel now.
Yeah.
If you could go back and rewatch like an entire year, like in the order that it aired, like Saturday night, WCW Worldwide.
Well, they used to
and
have
all
that on
shit.
Peacock and stuff because I was obsessed with like the early 90s, like the Clash of Champions, and when they would do that every couple months, and you'd have like really cool matches that felt like a pay-per-view, but it really wasn't. So you got like Bobby Eaton, they built him up as like the TV champion to face Flair, like a match that you'd never see, but for that event, they like built him up like it was tight, like two.
Yeah, it was
two
in Knoxville.
champions
I
going
think
at
I
it.
just watched that.
Yeah,
actually.
I have ones like for some reason it's been like embedded in my brain. I think you had like what Muda versus Sting, and like he tried to spray Sting, and like Lex like taught Sting like to block it, or vice versa. I forget which one it was, but yeah,
I
it
was
it a
watching
cool
the one
event.
too where Paulie knocked the shit out of Jason Hervey with that big fucking.
Dude, that's the one. That's the Clash of Champions that I'm talking about.
That
That's
was
like my
so
favorite
killer.
one.
Fucking
Yeah.
Jason Hervey.
Your house is new. Your car is new. Then why is your girlfriend used merchandise? Hey, you want to talk about Sting, Lex Luger, Ric Flair? I'll talk about that. Yeah.
No, I love that. Like that whole era, man. It's some great
Oh,
shit.
You-
But
Jason Hervey was dating Missy Hyatt. The most random shit ever when you think.
yeah, I was like, was that real? Did they really happen? Because that, man, say what you want to about Missy Hyatt now and all of like the, but back then, dude.
Yeah, imagine
holy
her hanging
shit.
around just the WCW locker room, just her and the boys. It must have been brutal.
Shit.
I've
If you
heard
wa-
the stories. It's possible.
yeah, if you've ever watched, there's a kayfabe commentary shoot interview with Too Cold Scorpio, and the shit he says about her in that shoot
I've
interview
heard it.
is wild.
I
can't
liked
imagine
her the
being in that
best when she
situation.
was with the Nasty Boys. You guys remember that look with the
Yeah,
short hair?
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Like she wore like the jacket and everything, just
Yeah.
like them.
She had the
It's
bad
cool.
biker chick look. All right,
People
guys.
saying review old ones.
Yeah, we might do that. Change it
Yeah,
up a
let's
little
do
bit. All right, guys. But yeah, everybody have a good night, and we will catch you guys next time. Adios, WrestleManiacs. A big thanks goes out to our supporters over at Dead Pit on Patreon.com. You can get hours upon hours of great content, right, Uncle Bill?
There's so many hours of content. We've got reviews. We've got songs. We've got live streams. We've got exclusive streams. We've got non-exclusive streams. We've got streams with all kinds of celebrities and all kinds of different old shows from the past podcast, the initial incarnation of the show. All of that can be yours.
Dead Pit on Patreon.com. Show us a little bit of love. Give us some money because we definitely deserve it. That Patreon page is so killer that you'll rub your bird to it on a nightly basis. It's that good.
You won't be able to contain yourself. You'll have to jerk your bird out and go crazy. I mean, that's how much content that we have. So much content that it's massive, and it will massively smack you in the face.
You'll play with your bird so much, pretty soon you'll be looking around for somebody else's bird to play with.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite Filipino bitch, Miss Slatko Fudd, telling you about shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. And it's the best goddamn deal on horror shirts you will ever see. New shirts, old shirts, all the in-between shirts. God damn it, fools, go over to shop.deadpit.com. You ain't down with that. You can go to fucking hell.